Right, so this will be the final few days this thing's going to be here. It's the old reflex mobile, the Mondeo. In the right state, but we're good to get this thing gone. I'm not going to bother with the windscreens, I'm just going to get the heads out off it. Anything else I can reasonably use without having to pull the motor. Got one of the drive shafts out, got all the shocks off, brakes off, wheels got sold the other day. Yeah, it's nothing particularly useful on this bloody thing. But like I said, I just want to get the heads off. So to do that, I've got to get that off, which is the top engine mount. The block itself's already out. Power steering pump out. It's going to piss oil everywhere. High pressure line's already out of the way. Was. Lower inlet manifold off. Obviously already got upper inlet. All that sort of bullshit out. The motor ran dry. It got oil surge around Pulley. So my guess is the bearing is spun and it's got some pretty good bottom end knock. But I also think it's dropped a valve. So I hear in my other video I'm hearing a tapping from the top end. So I think there's a bit of piston slapping a intake valve or an exhaust valve or something. So I'll just get that out of there. Plug's already gone. Ignition's sold. Not going to bother with the radiator, I've already got one of those. I've got pretty much an entire set of panels. I'm not going to keep these panels. They're straight, but they're pretty hammered and covered in paint. Well, they got lots of paint on them. So the sill skirts I'm not even going to bother with because they're that urethaned on there. Now the bumpers off it, they're hard plastic, they explode if you crash them. But it's also got a fiberglass skirt that's urethaned on there. They might be going to England, I don't know yet. See what the guy wants to do with them. Or at least the front bumper is anyway. Just a bit of random shit. That's the dash. Probably the airbag in one of my other videos. Spare tyre, all that bullshit. Still holding air. Still holds air. What do you know? It's overgrown. Tail lights. Lots of bullshit. Rear rotors. Fuel pump back there. Yeah. Nice one. Might just edit that out. Yeah. It's all pretty much gutted. There's nothing of any value in here anymore. The shifter cables are probably fairly stretched. They've been adjusted a few times now. But let's try and get these heads off. I want, the main reason is I want the exhaust manifolds, stainless steel, and they're decat as well, so be good to get those out of there. Oh crap, battery's going dead, so yeah, timing chain cover off, sump off, might be able to see the bottom end of it. But I'll just whack this on charge, bring it out when I need to. Right. So that's the lower inlet manifold off. got the injector rail and injectors all fitted to it. Fuel pressure regulator there, and the spring system for the IMRC, the inlet manifold runner controller secondary valves, and these are used on the Taurus and obviously the Mondeo V6s. Now, interestingly, the later model 3 litres don't have those. They're just a straight oval port and no secondaries at all. I don't know, well, I don't know why that is, but that's just the way it is. Probably enough airspeed in the 3 litre to not need them. So they're not too bad actually, even the secondaries aren't too shitted up. I'm gonna open it. Yeah, it's not too bad. So yeah, these have been cleaned. They were cleaned when I had the motor out for head gaskets. It was full of crud and all sorts of shit. So yeah, and I don't know what happened to the gaskets, but they are fucked. These things have never been off, but these are completely ruined. They're practically brand new gaskets. Again, they were put on when I pulled the motor out, and they're goosed, both sides. So I don't know what happened there. It's rooted. So there, I'll have to save those and send them to Ford and see what the hell is going on. Or whoever made the gaskets. I think it was MLS Permaseal. Alright, so we've got the rocker covers off, or cam covers, whatever you like to call them. It's obviously quad cam, and they are roller finger follower rocker doofers with little hydraulic tappets, and that spring valves, springs down there. See if I can get it in there. Interesting. Obviously, cylinder down there. And this cam number, whatever the fuck it is, probably 3. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Has a fucking pulley on the end of it for the water pump. A cam chain. Get down there. And to get the heads off, the cams have to come out because they are hiding behind the bloody cam. The head studs are hiding behind the bloody camshafts. Same deal with that side. If you look down there, you might be able to see a valve. Probably not. I can't tell. A little bit hard to see. Maybe that one. Not quite. But the light's starting to fade and the weather feels like it's starting to pack in, so I may call it a night. Work on it tomorrow. I'm not too worried if I have to destroy the cam chains. These never fail anyway, so there's no market for them. The timing cover has to come off, but to do that the power steering pulley has to come off, but that's loose, so I've got to find out how to rip that so I can get it off. And the mozzer of a thing, the fucking crank pulley's got to come off, and usually pretty tight. Yes, I just did fart. And to make it even harder, when I pulled that engine mount off, the sump has fallen onto the fucking subframe. So it's fun and games. My main goal is to get those, because I want to sell them, because they're the only set in New Zealand as far as I know. So yeah, it's going to be a hard graft tomorrow. I've got to find a electric rattle gun to shock that crank pulley off without actually spinning the crank. That's pretty straightforward. I just got to grip it somehow. Might just wedge something in behind there. And then I should be able to start getting the timing cover off, but it's a pain in the ass because there's shit everywhere in the way and there's a million bolts to get it off. The other option is to pull the whole motor, but I haven't got a crane. But who knows, I might go get a crane yet. See, go down to bloody Kennards during lunch tomorrow and go pick one up. That means I'll need the ute or Mum's Hyundai. But no, never mind. We can work this out somehow. But and to get the rear cam cover off, I had to throw the shit out of that lifting eye. But that's alright. Yeah, starter motor there. Gave me shit a while back, but it hasn't since. Mainly because it was sitting for so long, so I've taken it off the road. But that's neither here nor there. So, yeah, might see you all tomorrow. Right, so I managed to get the cam chain off. I ended up butchering the bloody thing. Ended up cutting the thing with a hacksaw and barring the motor over to get the thing out. Where I put it. There. That's basically it. Oh, shit. Not really a whole lot to it, it's just a normal chain. I've got no use for it, so didn't need to be there. I'll cut the bastard off. I cleaned up one of the before I was rudely interrupted. I cleaned up one of those. There's a little bit of scoring in there, but I don't think it's because it run dry. A little bit of pitting in there as well, but